Remember, guys, this video is sponsored by GoLogin. Don't miss out. GoLogin is the best browser for multi-accounting. Link is in the description. Back to the video. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a deep dive into something that I think a lot of us have thought about, and
Yeah.
especially for women, right? It's that societal pressure to have children. Like it's this expectation that's kind of hanging over you, whether you actually want to have kids or not. And we're going to be looking at this through the story of this Ugandan TV presenter. She's also an actress, Dianah Nabatanzi, and she has been very vocal about this very issue. And we've had a really interesting article on this on Big Eye, UG, which is a Ugandan news website. And it's really sparked like quite a conversation online. So we're going to be kind of diving into all of that.
Yeah, I think what's really fascinating about Nabatanzi's experience is how it like gives us this window into how cultural expectations, especially around, family and motherhood, can feel like they're like clashing like head on with personal choices.
It's almost like there's this like unspoken rule book, right? And if you don't like follow it, you're somehow like doing life wrong.
Exactly.
And Nabatanzi is basically saying, hold on a second. Not everyone dreams of having like a house full of kids, and she's making this really important point. We all have different paths, like different goals, and that's totally okay.
Yeah, and I think this pressure that she's describing is likely rooted in these like traditional societal norms and expectations surrounding women's roles, especially like within family structures.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it is interesting because on the one hand, like it's understandable that family is important in many cultures, right?
Right.
But on the other hand, it feels like sometimes those expectations can become almost like suffocating.
Yeah. And especially as the world changes and, as like our understanding of what makes a fulfilling life kind of evolves, these traditional norms are being challenged more and more. And it leads to these like really interesting conversations about, individual choice versus these societal expectations.
It's so true. It reminds me of those times when like well-meaning relatives ask, like,
oh, yeah,
when are you getting married? But in this case, it's like babies instead of wedding bells.
Wait, right, exactly.
And sometimes those questions, even if they're coming from a good place, can feel incredibly intrusive.
Absolutely. And that's where I think Nabatanzi's message really hits home,
Yeah.
She's highlighting how these constant questions, they can take a real emotional toll on people, especially women who are maybe facing infertility or just simply don't desire to have children.
Yeah, and she doesn't hold back in this article.
No.
She actually says straight up, stop demanding us children because you don't know what we are going through. Like it's such a powerful statement, and it really underscores like the importance of just respective individual choices, right?
It really does. And it also speaks to the fact that, we often just don't know what's going on in someone else's life.
Right.
And what might seem like a simple question